go. You mind, sweetheart? Break. Go potty, honey. We're going to want to make sure everybody is aware moments like this get corrected. Okay? Look at her, not me, camera. It's all about her mind and her position. So, she has a tendency to start slipping with the mind, and then her position, like look right here, that's terrible, right? I get punished. She's allowing herself to go away from the command and the mentality of the command and the rules of the command and just drift out, and her mind starts drifting, and then they become unreliable.
It's like when you're driving and you go over the rumble strip.
Yeah, exactly. You just start kind of headed in the wrong direction. And it's like you watch her eyes, you watch her nose, she's smelling the environment, she starts to interact with the environment and stops doing the command. So you got to get really freaking good at seeing as soon as, and you'll feel it over time. You can feel it on the leash when a dog starts to interact more with the environment than being in their command. As soon as she goes into that space, I just punish and put her back. And that's the only way to get rid of it, but you're going to have to be doing that going home, because her association to the walk with you probably and at home is going to be this kind of being able to sniff and go check things out while we're walking. It's not how it goes here. You can sniff when I tell you the release word, right? If I don't give you the release word, it's work, which means proper position, proper mind, right? Good. Trying. She has to be trying, because as soon as she stops trying, it falls apart. You can tell. You can see it. I mean, it looks good now, it feels good now, but I had to do what we call setting the tone, which is normal for most dogs, which means we get into this environment, we step out onto the pavement, she's like, hell yeah, we're here, and then I correct her. Because that's an energy thing right there. She starts to get super aroused. That's against rule number 1. So there's a correction, and that tunes you right in. And then as I'm walking, I'm going to set her up within the first 30 seconds to a minute to make all your mistakes now, so I can talk to you about them now and correct them firmly, and then you get your shit together, and then we walk. And we do that every time, and eventually you don't have to do that. But the association is so strong with an older dog who's already been doing this for so long and allowed to do this for so long, that's what she's going to be offering until we start nip it in the bud, nip it in the bud, nip it in the bud, every walk until it just goes away. Heel. That's all right. That's all right.
Thank you for helping us.
There was no training.
Heel. Make sure that you're demanding. Hear that word I just said? Demanding respect. You're not asking for it. You're not begging for it. You're just saying, this is it. If you're with me, this is how things go. Tough love. And now the opposite side of that is I'm going to show her how to enjoy herself. When we get somewhere where I can release her, I will. Right here, I do this with this dog constantly, where I set her up to make a mistake just to make sure she's paying attention. As soon as I get somewhere where I think it's appropriate that she could use the bathroom and have some free time, I'll offer that to her, and she's gonna learn that there's time to work and then there's time to play, and that they're separate. Okay, it's not playtime on the walk, it's playtime when we get to where we're going. All right, so watch. Now we sit. She's still doing wonderful. Right, very good. Now, squirrel. Baby. Break. Good girl. And now, see the energy shift? Good girl. Break. Now she's allowed to go, and within reason, let her hair down and enjoy herself. If we were on a hiking trail, I'd be goofing off with her and having a good time, you know? But that little bit of energy that you see in there, oh yeah, that is not allowed in the heel position. Not in the heel position. Okay, a dog like this needs a clear separation between it's playtime, no bullshit, to, it's not playtime, it's work time, no bullshit, to it's playtime, and nothing in between. If you blend them and you try to be like, hey, we work while we play and we play while we work, it's gonna be a shit show, right? So very clear rules. When I say heel, I don't even want you to breathe too heavy. You know what I mean? But if I say break, enjoy yourself within the boundaries, right? Separate them. Heel. Now when she comes back to heel, I will be reminding her, it's not just a position, it's a mind. So you're following, which means you're not worried about choices and options and all these things in the environment that you could go do. So for you, it's as simple as saying, she's starting to get excited, correct. Her position's off, correct. That's really all we're doing. I'm going to walk her through here and just feel it back to the field. You should know the difference. Just because we're in the grass doesn't mean it's playtime. Okay? Once you get that relationship just right, where she does respect you enough, this stuff becomes easy with her. Okay? She's like the same dog as Brittany's, pretty much, our personal dog. They got the same problems, you know? Except she's got a little bit more prey drive issues than she does. Break. All right, you see, she understands clearly that now it's her free time. Right? Yeah, free time. You keep it that way going home, where she understands when you say a command word, it's a command word, and that playtime is playtime, and that you can stop it in any second once you give a command word. That's how you got to live with her to be successful, and it will become easy. But expect the first couple weeks of walks to be letting her know your new rules, and that you take them very seriously, and that she should too, because there's consequences tied to the bad choices. Good. Other than that, not a difficult dog, you know? I mean, she could be dangerous if you don't live with her properly, but you live with her like this, she's pretty easy to live with, she's a joy to live with, she's a good dog, but she has to believe whoever's holding this leash. She has to. You have to be able to say, it doesn't matter what you see out there, what matters is me, and she has to believe that. And you'll get there. You'll get there with her. Break. That's my girl. That's good. That's good. You know what's funny is, I know I'm talking a lot on this, but that when people talk about getting respect from your dog, it's said for a reason often, because if you have a relationship that's built off in trust and respect in the proper way, the dog doesn't push you. They stop trying shit and they just listen. And you have to have that respect. And the only way to get that respect, especially with a dog like this, who's not super assertive, but she's definitely confident in herself, is you have to expect it, demand it, and correct if you're not getting it. And then you get it. And what happens is you get a dog who wants to please you. And people always say, I don't get a dog to do this stuff. I don't want to lead my dog. What you don't understand is the benefits you get as a human from leading a dog, and when it's going well. The psychological benefits, the emotional benefits, the fun that you can have are all worth the work. All right, we'll head down here and meet up with a lot.